The following projects have won Gold Awards.
For excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting. CH2M Hill Halcro. For Port of Rotterdam Quaywall Modeling System. And the client is Port of Rotterdam.
HDR for Maspeth Bypass and Intersection Normalization Study. And the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
VHB Engineering, Surveying, and Landscape Architecture. For Glen Isle Waterfront Redevelopment. And the client is RXR Glen Isle Partners.
For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, Jacob Feinberg Katz and McKaylee Consulting Group. For DTCC's Primary Data Center Modernization Expansion. And the client is Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation.
Jaros Baum and Bowles. For BMCC Fitterman Hall. And the client is Fitterman Hall, Borough of Manhattan Community and City University of New York.
Jaros Baum and Bowles for John Jay College of Criminal Justice. And the client is John Jay College City University.
Joseph R. Loring and Associates for BCC North Instructional Building and Library. And the client is Robert A.M. Stern Architects.
The RBA Group New York, Cameron Engineering and Associates, and Viridian Energy and Environmental. For North Hempstead, Yes We Can Community Center. And the client is Town of North Hempstead.
STV Group for United States Military Academy Preparatory School. And the client is J. Kokalakis Contracting.
For excellence in the category of structural systems, D. Simone Consulting Engineers for Centra, and the client is Hampshire Properties.
D. Simone Consulting Engineers for the James, and the client is Brack Capital Real Estate.
The Parsons Brinkerhoff WSP Cells Joint Venture for Replace Bronx Approach at Bronx Whitestone Bridge, and the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
Ryan Biggs Associates for Dartmouth College Life Sciences Center, and the client is Dartmouth College.
STV Group for reconstruction of East 8th Street over Belt Parkway, and the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
WSP URS Joint Venture for Gowanus Design and Design Coordination, and the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
Weidlinger Associates for FBI Portland, and the client is the Molaski Group of Companies.
For excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology, Langen Engineering and Environmental Services for Governor's Island Survey, and the client is West 8 Urban Design and Landscape Architecture. For excellence in the category of environmental,
Watts Architecture and Engineering for New York State Thruway Authority Wetland Mitigation at Evangola State Park. And the client is New York State Thruway Authority.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, H2M Group, Bullsmacher, McClendon, and Morrell for wastewater treatment facility upgrade and expansion. And the client is Incorporated Village of Patchogue.
Hazen and Sawyer for bringing green infrastructure to New York City. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
For excellence in the category of water resources, Barton and LaJudas for Alternative Drinking Water Source Project. And the client is Village of Saranac Lake.
Malcolm Perney, the Water Division of Arcadis for Westchester County WD No. 3 Water Distribution Improvement. And the client is Westchester County Department of Public Works and Transportation and Department of Environmental Facilities.
For excellence in the category of transportation, Gibbons, Esposito, and Boyce Engineers for Route 25 Reconstruction, New York City to Herricks Road, Nassau County, New York. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
L.K. McLean Associates for Whiskey Road, Miller Place, Yafank Road Roundabout. And the client is Town of Brookhaven.
STV Group for Hoboken Ferry Terminal. And the client is New Jersey Transit.
Sam Schwartz Engineering for Red Bull Arena Traffic and Pedestrian Management. And the client is New York Red Bulls.
Stantec Consulting Services for Route 17 Realignment, Parksville Bypass. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
URS Corporation for Republic Airport Runway 14 EMAS installation. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
For excellence in the category of special projects, ERA for Pier 15 East River Waterfront. And the client is New York City Economic Development Corporation.
CNS Companies for Syracuse Creek Walk, and the client is City of Syracuse.
Cameron Engineering and Associates for St. Joseph's College Athletic Complex, and the client is St. Joseph's College.
Langen Engineering and Environmental Services for Alfala Community Development, and the client is Aldar Properties.
ME Engineers for Central Park Police Precinct, and the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
Wendell Ducher Architects and Engineers for Seneca Street Streetscape, and the client is Larkin Development.
For excellence in the category of energy, AKF Engineers for Princeton High Performance Computing Research Center, and the client is Princeton University.
The following projects have won Platinum Awards.
For excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting, Cameron Engineering and Associates for Forge River Watershed Management Plan, and the client is Town of Brookhaven.
Dagger Engineering for Van Leer North, and the client is Hoboken Brownstone Company.
For excellence in the category of building technology systems, AKF Engineers for Capital Health New Replacement Hospital and Healthcare Campus, and the client is Capital Health System.
Arup for Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts Building Systems, and the client is Safety Architects.
CNS Companies for Lincoln Supply Center Redevelopment, and the client is Center of Excellence, Syracuse University, Near West Side Initiative.
Cameron Engineering and Associates for Town of North Hempstead Community Center, and the client is Town of North Hempstead.
IBC Engineering for Center Val Bio, Namonabi Hall, and the client is Insight Architecture.
Pathfinder Engineers and Architects for SUNY Alfred Rehabilitate Physical and Health Sciences Building, and the client is Alfred State and SUNY College of Technology.
Woodard and Curran for SCADA System Improvements, and the client is Westchester Joint Waterworks.
For excellence in the category of structural systems,
CNS Companies for Wildcat Road over Wildcat Gully Bridge Replacement, and the client is Livingston County Highway Department. Gilsans Marie Stefacek for 510 Madison Avenue, and the client is Macklow Properties.
Hardesty and Hanover for replacement of Roslyn Viaduct, Route 25A over Hempstead Harbor, and the client is New York State Department of Transportation. CT Mail Associates Engineering, Surveying, Architecture, and Landscape Architecture for Harlem Hospital Center, Major Modernization, and the client is Dormitory Authority of the State of New York.
Severud Associates Consulting Engineers for New Brunswick Gateway Transit Village, and the client is Meltzer Mandel Architects.
Thornton Tomasetti for Hyundai Doosan Weave the Zenith, and the client is DeStefano and Partners.
For excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology,
Woodard and Curran for Ferry Point Web GIS Data Management, and the client is City of New York Parks and Recreation.
For excellence in the category of environmental, Barton and LaJudas for Madison County Landfills Solar Cover, and the client is Madison County.
STV Group for adaptive reuse and renovation for Avenues, the World School. And the client is Avenues World Holdings.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater,
Cameron Engineering and Associates for Village of Greenport WPCP Phase 2 BNR UV upgrade. And the client is Village of Greenport.
the joint venture of Greeley and Hansen, Hazen and Sawyer, and Malcolm Pierney. For Newtown Creek Plant South battery upgrade. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
For excellence in the category of water resources, ecology and environment engineering for Buffalo River Innovative Ecosystem Restoration.
And the client is Buffalo Niagara Riverkeeper.
For excellence in the category of transportation, AECOM for Enery River Bridge Project. And the client is Haitian Ministry of Public Works.
Barton and LaJudas for Syracuse Connective Corridor Phase 1. And the client is City of Syracuse and Syracuse University.
Gannett Fleming Engineers and Architects for Babylon Train Wash Facility. And the client is MTA Long Island Railroad.
Hacks Engineers, Architects, and Land Surveyors for Harlem River Drive Ramp to the RFK Bridge. And the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
HDR for rehabilitation of J and Lawrence Street stations and the development of the J. Lawrence Connector. And the client is MTA New York City Transit. Hardesty and Hanover for Robert Moses Causeway, rehabilitation of the northbound structure. And the client is MTA New York City Transit. McFarland Johnson for Elmira Corning Regional Airport RW24 Extension. And the client is Elmira Corning Regional Airport.
Watts Architecture and Engineering for Porter Avenue Reconstruction, Niagara Street to Symphony Circle. And the client is City of Buffalo Department of Public Works.
For excellence in the category of special projects, Conchesi Engineering for Industrial Central Fire Protection System Upgrade. And the client is Suffolk County Industrial.
MJ Engineering and Land Surveying for State University at Albany Liberty Terrace Complex. And the client is Hollis Sokolowski and Sartar.
Parsons Brinkerhoff for Route 42 Emergency Design Build. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
Stantec Consulting Services for infrastructure improvements to Barclay Center. And the client is Forest City Ratner Companies.
T.Y. Lin International Engineering, Architecture, and Land Surveying for Civic Center Parking Garage and Plaza Rehabilitation. And the client is Monroe County.
American Council of Engineering Companies of New York. Leaders in the business of engineering since 1921.